Hello everybody, this is the Beatles Man 69. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you some vinyl that I have bought at the record show yesterday, March 7th, 2020. Um, it was up in Gardendale, Alabama, about 30 minutes from Birmingham, probably about close to 3 hours from my location. Um, Went up there Friday. Came back yesterday. Um, so I had a great time. Vendors were really courteous and really nice. And talked to them. You know, we carry on conversations about stuff and whatnot. Really cool guys. Got a couple of business cards from a couple of them. Um, really nice show. I was gonna get some video of me there at the show. I was gonna have my wife film me, but she wasn't feeling well, so she waited out there in the like they have like a little vending area, the table and chairs and stuff. So she waited out there for me. Um, I wouldn't. I'm. I was gonna film myself, but with my phone and everything, but I just didn't want to do that because I like both hands free. So I just didn't do it this time. I believe there's another one coming up in August of this year, so maybe then I can get her to do it, whatnot. Um, it was a really great show, like I said. I wish I really had a lot of money to spend there, but I didn't. I had a pretty good bit, but I didn't have like a ton of money to spend, and there was a lot of stuff I like to have gotten, but I want to make my money stretch as much as possible. I don't want to walk out with two or three albums and call it done. I want to, have a nice little nest egg of a collection. So that being said, um, I have some 45s and some LPs I like to share with everybody. I'll start with this one. This is the Act Naturally Yesterday 45 on the original sleeve. Um, I was happy to find this. I didn't know this at the time when I bought it because he had, this and like this in the sleeve. But he had inadvertently tried to put a sticker on there, or somebody did, and then tried to take it off, realizing that's a mistake they made, but they didn't quite get it off. Um, oh well. I might try to get a little glue on, try to put a little bit on there, see if it'll dissolve that glue on that sticker, and see if I can get it off without destroying the sleeve. If not, I'll just have to leave it like it is. But this is an LA pressing, or I call it West Coast pressing, because the notch right here on the sleeve. But either way, $15. Hey, it's 45. All right, next one. I'm happy to find this Lady Madonna. Well, it was actually, well, I had it written backwards. Lady Madonna and the Inner Light, and it's a West Coast pressing. You see the lip right here. It's West Coast pressing, and on the dead wax, there's a uh, little symbol that indicates West Coast pressing. And here's the record, Lady Madonna, Inner Light. Really happy to find this. I've been looking for this 40. I have the 45 over there, back there, but I didn't have that picture sleeve. I'm really glad to have it. I didn't give a lot for it. Record's in great shape. This is like the first thing I bought there. Um, And here's one I'm happy to have found. And like I said, this was the second. Well, I bought this with the Lady Madonna 45. The same guy. And I was really happy to find this. And I don't have anything like this up till now. This is a white label promo of George Harrison's song "This Song," 1976, and it's back with "Learning How to Love You." And one more 45. This is a German pressing of "My Sweet Lord," and "Isn't It a Pity?" Really happy to find this. This is the back side. And it has the there. Sorry, this webcam don't focus very well. Really nice. And the 45 A side. Unlike the US pressing, this is a sliced apple instead of the unsliced apple like the US issue had. Isn't it a pity? I just put that back. Well, stick it back in here. I don't want to make the video too long. Here we're fooling around with this stuff. Okay, I got it back in there. Okay, now on to the LPs. I'm on a Beatles Facebook page, and I posted these Beatles stuff that I had accumulated yesterday. And the guy made a comment that it didn't have the Beatles title on the label. Of course, I didn't even really pay that close attention when I was taking the pictures of them. But this is a German pressing of Abbey Road, and I don't know when it was pressed. They didn't crop out this. I know in the U.S. pressings, later issues, they had cropped out the drain thing here, the bottom. But see, I don't know much about German pressings. So I take it for what it is. Sorry for the glare. It doesn't have. I gotta take it out anyhow, but it doesn't have the Her Majesty credit and the track listing. And the black sleeve. And this is what I'm talking about. Notice they don't have the Beatles name on the label, just the title of the record. And I didn't really notice. I mean, somebody had pointed it out. So that's interesting. Once I get done with this video and everything, I'm going to put all my albums in MoFi sleeves once I clean them. I'm not going to put it back in that black sleeve down the road here. Next album is not Beatles, but I was happy to find it. I have this record. It's a U.S. pressing, but this is a German pressing. And it is Badfinger, straight up. And it's a German pressing. It's got the import sticker here. I'm not sure when this was, I'm not sure when this German pressing was pressed. Okay, I wouldn't put it to you like that. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know much about the German pressings when they were put out, or whatever. But this album sounds great. and you notice they don't have the Badfinger name on the label like the Abbey Road one. They don't have it. Backside. I had listened to a couple of tracks on here. I listened to Baby Blue and Money. Yes, last night. Yesterday. Well, last night actually. Um, I didn't get home yesterday till late yesterday afternoon on the show, and I want to see what this sounded like because I always heard how well German pressings are, how well mastered they are, and so I listened to a couple of tracks. Like I said, Baby Blue and Money, and the stereo separation was great. It was like it was nice and separated. It was um, it could breathe. I don't know how else to explain it, but it's like the music just breathes. It was low end. It's nice separation, stereo separation, and you could hear everything. So I have a U.S. pressing of the same album, so I went listen to this and then try to remember what it sounded like, and then got my U.S. pressing, played the exact same two songs, and I noticed that the U.S. pressing stereo was a little more consolidated. It wasn't nice, nice and separated. It was more consolidated, and I could tell the difference between the two pressings. And the German pressings, hands down, is far superior than the U.S. pressing. So I'm sure Abbey Road is going to be the same way. One solo Beatles album, and I wish I had picked up. There was a Japanese extra texture that guy had a big Obi strip. I didn't pick it up. I wish I had. Shame on me, but maybe next time. All right. Next album, Ringo the Fourth, promo issue. I believe Beatle Brad has this album. I think I saw it in one of his recent videos. He had picked it up somewhere, and it's has the sleeve and everything. I'm not gonna take the record out. It's Atlantic, and it's all basically like the rest of them. They're all the same. There's nothing on the label indicating a promo on the label. They probably didn't do that, but so that's it here. Now I got three of these now. I got non-promo, promo, and then the 180 gram reissue as of late. Okay, two more. This is a German pressing of Revolver on Apple. This is probably 70s. I know it's got probably early to mid 70s, I guess. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know much about German pressings. And it's got the polyline sleeve. And like the rest of them, the Beatles' name is not on the label. And if that Badfinger album, Stereo Separation, that has any indication what this probably sounds like, I like to hear what Tomorrow Never Knows sounds like with that stereo separation being a lot better. I guess I'll find out. Probably find out today. Really happy to find these. I like German pressing. That's just something about them. I think they take more care in their mastering, I would imagine. But they do a really good job on theirs. And I got one more, and finally found this. At the time, I didn't really buy these because price-wise and everything, but they're not like super expensive. But at the time, I just didn't get them. The first one I ever got was Red Road Speedway. There was the Archive series. He had this. This is a Tug of War. It's still sealed. Archive series. really nice. One of my favorite Paul McCartney albums from the 80s. Um, this is early 80s here, but this is my favorite Paul McCartney album from the 80s, I would say. Probably my go-to album from the 80s. Um, when I first heard it, I think a friend of mine let me borrow it back when I was in high school. And I love that album. I went and bought what did I bought the cassette, the Capitol reissue cassette back in the late 80s. And I really love that album. So that's my little pickups. I wish I had more. I wish I had more money to buy more stuff there. Um, there's one guy, he had Japanese pressings of Beatles albums, and he had the red album 62 to 66 on red vinyl, and he went like $100 for it. And if I'd had the $100, I'd have bought it, no questions asked. But I mean, I had money, but I just didn't want to blow $100 when I could have bought a bunch of other stuff too. You know, I want to try to make that money stretch some. I don't want to walk out there with 3 albums. I want to try to walk out with something, quite a bit of what I can, buy, So that's it. I appreciate everybody for watching. Oh yeah, don't forget Record Store Day, April 28th, April 18th, I believe it is, 2020. Yeah, April 18th. And y'all will keep in mind for that. There's a couple album, well, not an album. There's an album and a 45 that's I heard is going to be released on Record Store Day. So I got to make sure I can get up to my local record store up the highway early because I want to make sure I get it this time because I missed out on the Badfinger remixes album. I think it was the time, not the Black Friday of 2019, but it was the RSD in the spring prior to that. So he said somebody done bought it. And I told the record store owner, I'm really surprised Badfinger is being like, I guess considered an underdog band or not real popular. But somebody got it. So that's okay because I bought the 2 CDs, Badfinger, Wish You Were Here, and Badfinger self-titled, which had the remixes on there as bonus tracks anyhow. So I really didn't miss out outside of just having the vinyl. So appreciate everybody for watching. Thank you for all my subscribers. If you like what you see, please leave a thumbs up. If you're here for the first time, hit that notification bell, and you'll get notifications on new videos I put out as they're put out, so you'll be the first to see it. All right, I'm done. Thank you everybody for watching. Y'all have a great week or whenever you're watching this, and keep on spinning that vinyl, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.